Welcome back, Pouring Nation. Today we're going to do an experiment with embellishing your acrylic pours. Now, all of you guys know that not all your pours come out perfect. They don't all come out beautiful. I actually made this pour when I was doing my angel wing. I was trying to do the angel wing pours, and I was practicing a bunch of different angel wing pours along here. So that's kind of why it has that flowy look. I did a bunch of these. Here's another one that I did, trying to do the angel wing pour. And this one with color. But the problem with this particular painting was it was boring. There wasn't much going on. It was a lot of black, big sections of white, and I didn't really like it. So what I wanted to show you today is an easy way to get started with embellishing. In this particular case, I'm going to use, these are just acrylic paint pens that I got from Michael's. There's lots of different types of paint pens. There are some paint containers where you just mix up really thin paint in like a container like this and then put a tip on it, and then you just squeeze it out and you just squeeze little lines of paint. Lots of different ways to do this. But again, I didn't like this painting, and I don't trust myself just freehanding everything. So what I do is I get either saran wrap or the clear plastic wrap. Saran wrap sticks to it, which is kind of nice. It doesn't move around. The clear plastic wrap, I can see through it better, so I get a better idea of what I'm looking at. Either will work. I cover my painting. I do my testing on the saran wrap or on the clear plastic wrap, and then I use that as a model to do it on the real thing, so I don't waste a painting that could be beautiful by practicing. So I've done that here. I've done a bunch of different, this is white. I only used white and gold on this one because I didn't think the silver would actually look as good on this, although it might look good. I might try one out here before I pull this off. But I just tried a bunch of different things, and there are some pieces that I didn't like. I didn't like this, so I just crossed it out. So when I take this off and use it as a reference, I can just not do this. I tried some black to see how it would look. I didn't like it at all, so I just crossed that out, knowing that that's not what I'm going to do. And these pens are really easy to use. Essentially, you just take them, shake them up for a minute, get a paper towel or something. I haven't really shook this up enough. But then you just push down a few times. The paint will start flowing. If it doesn't, put the cap back on. Shake for a minute. And you can see the paint is just starting to come out there onto the tip. And I just do that till I have some paint, nice free-flowing paint. And what I do with my paintings, especially with this geode style, is I try and find places where I want to highlight the difference between the two areas. So like right here, I have this white swath of paint, and I really wanted to highlight that compared to this big black section here. So I found a row of paint, and I just kind of followed the form of the paint here. Now, other people have done things like flowers. They kind of outline their cells or things like that. That absolutely will work. So really all we're going to do, I want to try this silver just to see how it will look. So I think I want to break this black up a little. And I have this gold here, and there's actually some little lines. You probably can't see them as well here, but I'm just going to follow one of those lines. Make sure I have paint. And I'm just going to follow one of those lines. And there you have it. Then I can sit back, take a step back, look at what it looks like. I don't actually like the gray. I didn't think I would, but I don't like the silver on this painting. And I don't really like how it broke that up. So that one I probably won't do. I just give it a mark. Don't do this one. But again, this is an easy way to practice. I'm not using much of my paint here, and if I had used something with the little tip and I'm doing pour paint, I would use hardly any, a tablespoon of paint to do this type of stuff. But now I've tested, I know what I like, I know what I don't like. I'm gonna pull this off now and then do a couple of these to just show you how I do it. A couple quick tips. One, if you're right-handed, you wanna go top to bottom, bottom to top, or left to right. You never wanna go right to left, because then as I'm painting over, my hand is going to rub up against the wet paint. I never want that. Same thing with left-handers. Left-handers, you always want to go from the left, or from the right to the left, so that your hand never goes in that paint. Some people also use the artist sticks, which is just a little stick that they can put down. It touches the canvas here. They put their hand on it, and then they can do everything without ever having their hand touch the canvas. So there's no worry about them smudging their paint. It just really depends. If I'm doing flowers or something like that, I might do it this way just so I can go freehand and go around on the flowers and I know I'm not going to touch the painting. Just depends on what you want to do there. So now here's what the painting looks like without my cover. And then I just have my cover here. I'm going to lay it outside of the shot of the camera, but again, it just kind of goes over the top and you can see the definition that gives. And that's why a lot of people use this method to add embellishment to their acrylic pour. So now I've just taken, after I took the saran wrap off, I just kind of cleaned up any of the little leftover stickiness that it has with a little bit of water and a paper towel. If you don't do that, I'll just show you one of the pieces. Actually, you can't really see it there, but there's you can kind of see it right there, how there's teeny tiny hexagons there. That's what it leaves if you leave it on. I left this on for a couple days. If it's only on for a couple hours, it doesn't do that. But you want to make sure you don't have saran wrap off that long. Obviously, clear plastic wrap won't do that, but you have to tape it to the canvas on the other side, or else the plastic wrap will kind of move around. So again, I want this in the same place it was before, which is this same direction. And then the first thing I did was this area right here. I outlined with gold, so I'm going to do that first. Then I just take my marker or my paint pen, make sure I have paint, and then I'm right-handed, so I'm going right to left. Actually, I like to do it this way. Now I want to make sure I do it all the way down the side, and then all the way down the side on this side too. So the next one I have is a little white that kind of accentuates this last piece of white here. And that was a thin white. If this video has been helpful, please consider liking the video. That lets YouTube know to suggest this to other acrylic pour artists. Also, if this is the type of content you're looking for, please subscribe, hit the bell notification to get notified of our weekly videos. So let's get back to the embellishment. That wasn't as dark as I wanted it, so I'm just going to go over it again. Now for these pens, if you make a little mistake, they tell you to use a little bit of rubbing alcohol and a soft brush. It comes right off. Definitely don't do what I did and shake this up while the lid is off, or else you splatter everywhere. And there is a quick and easy way to make an acrylic pour that's just blah really pop. Especially these are reflective. You can see especially the gold is very reflective. As soon as I put a top coating on this, that should really pop and really accentuate these cool lines and cool designs. And it's super easy to do. So hopefully next time when you are looking at a painting saying, I really hate this, one, you can do a test to make sure it is what you want it to be. And second, be confident about what you're doing, be confident about the structure, and making it look beautiful.